Hi, S here, Crave Holistic. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about parasites and how to know if you have any parasites and how to get rid of them. So we're going to get started. You're going to see here, this is a picture of what parasites look like. A lot of them you see, you can't really see them with a human eye, although the ones that live in your intestines are big enough to see, and actually if you were to detox them out, you can see them coming out of your colon. Pretty gross, I know, it's gnarly, but we have to talk about it because a lot of foods that don't digest properly, especially animal-based foods like meat, dairy, and things like that, will sit in the gut too long and start to create the perfect environment for breeding parasites, okay? And they're very hard to get rid of. When I was working at a health food store, I remember a lady who had came in and told me a story about a problem she had with parasites. She actually came in to get a supplement to make sure that parasites do not live in her body. A lot of people aren't really aware that they're living in, hosting parasites. It's because we're so used to feeling like crap, I think. People have headaches all the time. They just pop an Advil or Tylenol. They numb the pain so that they don't have to deal with it. But the reason it's there, it's pretty much telling you something's wrong. And a lot of the times it could be parasites. So parasites will eat up all of your minerals and vitamins. So people who have really dark circles under their eyes may be having parasites because parasites will eat your iron, and that's an indicator of low iron. I actually look at blood cells under a microscope, and you can see the parasites under the microscope. They're so small and microscopic. They live in your blood, and then they travel all around your body because, your blood will flow through every part of your body, your brain, your eyes, your heart, your organs, everywhere. And even, some people, it's pretty gross, but some people can remove parasites through their skin. So, we're going to talk about it because it's very important to make sure that you're not a hosting parasites in your body. And it's very important because parasites can end up in your brain. And parasites are living beings. They're like little bugs. They're little worms. This is going to sound gross, but they actually mate. They're living, so they mate and they create more parasites. So they're breeding in there. So if you have parasites, you just have to know that they are creating more parasites, babies, okay? So it's very good to make sure that you are nipping it in the butt. So I'm not trying to scare you, but this is a good thing to know just in case you have a concern or you have parasites or you've dealt with parasites. I know those people who work like in the sewage system, they contract parasites on a daily. So for those people, and even people who are eating a lot of meat or even working in meat counters and things like that, those parasites are very small and they can get into your body and take over some of the functionalities of your brain. How to detox from parasites, and there are a few ways to do it. You can fast. Fasting is a great way to detox because you're starving them out. And then while you're fasting, you can take bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is a clay that you can drink. There's a few ones you can put onto your face like a face mask, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Unless it's food grade, then you can use it and you can drink it and it's safe. So bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is amazing also to detox from any heavy metals, any poisons. Bentonite clay will actually absorb poison from a snake bite or a spider bite. Obviously, you'll still have to go to the hospital, But if you had some laying around and someone got bit, you could make a mask out of it, plop it on there, and rush them to the hospital. At least some of the poisons would be extracted. There are a few things you can eat as well. I, being a plant-based person, would prefer that if you were trying to detox parasites, you stick to a plant-based diet, because plant-based foods, they break up easily, they don't stay in the gut, and they don't create an acidic environment for the most part, so that you're avoiding creating that perfect environment for the ones, the parasites that are in there can just not feed off of the acidity, because that's what they eat. They eat acidic waste. So wormwood and black walnut tincture is really great for removing parasites as well. Flax seeds are really amazing, and pumpkin seeds are really good for removing parasites. Also, cooking, using coconut oil is really good. Cloves are really good as well. There's a mixture you can make with all of that, and you can just use it every day. What I would do is I would fast for 2 weeks and drink a smoothie and put some of that in there, like put some of the pumpkin seeds and all the seeds that are good for you, that will actually clean out your intestines, and kind of like gently scrape the walls of your intestinal lining, because that's where they stick to. Now, fasting for 2 weeks is a little bit rough for some people, so what I would do is, if you weren't ready to do the fast, you can take, like I said, you can drink a smoothie every day, and you can have a big salad, and you can eat an early dinner and only eat fruits and vegetables as a snack, like an apple with almond butter. But having parasites and eating animal foods is counterproductive.
You know, that's my specialty, parasites. You know, these bugs, these some of them are smaller than, you can see with the human eye. Some are 33 feet long, living in your food. And you feel like you cook your food, right? You cook your nice steak or your nice chicken wing, really well. But your stove only goes to 500 degrees. A lot of these animals, these beings, they can withstand 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you got a brick oven or a pottery oven or in the house and you're cooking your meat in there and it turns into a little white powder, you might be safe. But these parasites get in your body, they take over. They control your thought process, they control digestion, they live in your organs, they eat you from the inside out. And one of the number one parasites in a lot of the flesh is called the flesh-eating bacteria. It eats flesh. Look that up. Go on the internet, type flesh-eating bacteria. You wouldn't believe. And they say
most of us do not do well on a detox as it is. A lot of people haven't detoxed ever. So when you're trying to detox, you really have to pay attention to your food and what you're eating and how absorbable it is with the nutrients, because as you detox, you're eliminating nutrients, so you have to put back nutrients into your body. And that's why a lot of people get really sick when they're on a detox, especially the die-off from the parasites, because there is a die-off that happens where you may have a little bit of diarrhea, and that's what I'm talking about, where if you're eating foods that are hard to digest and then you're doing a parasite cleanse and you're eating like chicken and meats and dairy, that's going to make the detox a lot harder, because it's harder for the parasites to die off, so that die off time extends longer than it should. Okay, so I hope this video was able to help you. If it was, please comment, like, and share. If you have any questions about parasites, about how to further detox, because we have different body types and each one of us are unique and different with the way that our bodies work. So it's very important to pay attention to your body. Do a live cell blood analysis. What a live cell blood analysis is where the technician takes 1 drop of blood and looks at it under a microscope, and they are able to see parasites and much more. I'm one of those people. I can do that. And if you are wondering about the services, you can submit a comment or send me an email at craveholistic@gmail.com. All right. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. S here signing off. Peace.